energy.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, hello from Elgin and hello from Stonehaven. We have got another healing coffee, morning coffee, wonderful coffee. I've got today my favorite cup, green cup of coffee,
Hi.
and today I have invited to have a coffee with Ola. Ola, she's my neighbor. I'm living in Morayshire, and Ola, she's living in the Aberdeenshire. Thank you, Ola, for accepting the invitation.
Thank you,
Here,
Kasia, for
well,
having me. Yeah, hi,
yes,
hi.
yes. Could you introduce yourself? Could you tell what are you doing? We'll be speaking about the healing today,
Yes.
and you are the owner of Back to Balance. Back to Balance. It is such wonderful name. Could you tell something about yourself?
Yes, thank you, Kasia. So we have known each other for a while now, for many years actually, and we have very common interests. Yeah, you are also a healer, energy healer.
And positive
But
healer.
yeah, but what do I do here? Yes, I live in Stonehaven, so welcome everyone who is now listening. Um, here in Stonehaven, we started together with my husband. We started the project called Back to Balance Scotland. And actually, the whole idea about the project, it started this year with all the COVID pandemic, because with COVID pandemic, I was actually kind of forced to stop working with people because of the social distancing. And before that, I was delivering yoga classes, energy healing classes, and healthy gut classes. That's my specialization about the brain and gut connection. But to do that, it's the best when you see the person, when you are in the same room, when you can touch someone's belly. And then it all stopped. So that was quite challenging, I think, for many of those of us. And then we had that idea. We were moving here to Stonehaven. I said, we need to get back. We need to get back to inner balance foremost. So as the virus and our health, on a physical level is very important, but we all really suffer from stress and anxiety these days. I think it all went up to the roof. So we just decided to kick off that project, and keeping the social distancing rules, not having a room, we started teaching in a forest. So here in Stonehaven, we have a beautiful Danutar Woods. It's absolutely magical. This woods is so fantastic. You can find so many beautiful roots, places where you can sit and meditate and practice. And we gather with people here every Friday morning, and we just do the, mindful walk. We breathe, we stretch the body, and we meditate. We have also beautiful stream and waterfalls in the woods, so that adds a lot to the whole healing process. So basically that's the whole idea for now. And for the new year, we will also start the indoors classes here in Stonehaven for a
Mm-hmm.
healthy yoga, healthy gut yoga. So we just slowly, try to not to wait for the world to miraculously change or whatever. We don't know what is going to happen. And actually, the only moment we have is this moment, this present moment, to feel and to make it, as good as possible. So basically, that's what's behind Back to Balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how did it started that you started to be generally the healer? What
Mm-hmm.
was your path originally?
Mm.
What was the source of verse? How did you feel that you are going on this path? Because you've
Yeah.
got a long story.
Yeah, the story is
Please
long.
share.
It goes back to, wow, yeah, like 13 years back to London. This is where I used to live then, and I used to have a business management job in London. So I was
Wonderful.
really working many hours, many hours. That was very stressful and challenging for me. And at that time, already my health started declining because of that amount of work and stress. I was very devoted to my bosses, to my job, and I was just fully involved. So I forgot about myself. So my body started, showing me that it's time, Alexandra, to wake up. and I started looking for some help. I started doing yoga in London, and actually that yoga healed me. That was so amazing that in a very short period of time, but I must say that I was going to yoga every evening. That was the last class. They were delivering like almost like 8:30 p.m. That was the last class. I was just always last moment, straight from work. Yes, straight from work. So I did it every day. So that's why it had a very strong impact in a short period, because I was doing really diligently. So very quickly I started feeling like, oh, I can fall asleep easier. I don't have so many thoughts. I am much calmer. At work, I started coping much better. Even my boss, I remember, he said, "You are so different. What happened to you? Why you are so relaxed?" So everyone liked that, of course, and I like that too. And then I did like a big workshop. It was like a really decent, 3 full days of practice and a meditation, and I felt so good after that. And I just thought that this is what I want to do for a living. This is what I want to do because it's so good. It's good for me and it's good for others. So this is where I started taking a route to become a teacher. So that was a process that took some years, of course. With that process, I was allowed to start teaching a bit earlier, to get into small groups. So it was the part of the course. And
so did you teach yoga?
Sorry?
I'm sorry for interrupting you. Did you teach yoga?
Yes. So I still do, yeah. So teaching yoga, but as there are many kinds of yoga. So what I started doing with yoga, it was like really like using yoga and meditation for particular symptoms and particular needs. So it is not like blind just repeating the book, but it's more about you come to me. In a group, it's more difficult. So normally it is the first person. What's wrong with you? What you have a backache? So let's do the backache today. Yeah. Do you have a stomachache? Let's do stomachache. Are you too stressed? Let's relax more. It's all go together, of course, because yoga, one exercise in yoga gives you plenty of benefits. Yeah. But sometimes it's for the mind when we come to the practice, it's good if we come with some intention. So exactly, what do I want for myself? What do I want? That's a very good question to start any practice. And basically, this is how I have been teaching. And then I moved back to Poland. This is where we had our studio. That was a huge experience. That was very, very good life experience for me to do also from the business side. It's something that people don't see. People see us like a healer. She's so happy. She's got energy. But, you go back home and you sit in front of the computer with all your, accounts, books and marketing, and you have a headache and a piece is gone. You know what I mean. Anyway, so that's the story. Basically, we are back to the UK. My husband is Scottish, so we decided to live in Scotland this time. Before was London, Cornwall. And it feels really like this is it. Like we got here to Stonehaven, and it was like immediately like perfect. This is the place where I want to retire. Yeah.
When somebody is, for example, beginner, what kind of, for example, work with energy are you recommending for this person, for example? Because lots of people now clicking, and there are lots of very people coming back to the healers, because we've got the society, especially lots of my clients, they got a very high level of anxiety, some depression, and like this. Does your energy, for example, what can you recommend, for example, for beginners? What kind of energy work do you recommend if somebody has got the high level of stress, of anxiety? but what can you recommend? Could you, for example, show some exercises if it is no problem?
No, no problem at all. Well, I think that the first, what I think it's important when we start talking to people is that they realize that the energy healing power resides within them. So they have the power. I don't have a power over them. I can only help them or show them what is already within them. I think that's very important, especially when you are a beginner, because if the beginner starts with the mindset that I am powerless and she will help me, that becomes toxic loop, because the powerless mind means more anxiety. So it doesn't work really. It works when the person meets the healer, that hour, it's fantastic. Maybe after a little bit also the person feels relieved. But then the powerless is all the time underneath, and anxiety starts again. Okay, so I think that's extremely important, that everyone needs to maybe first, they may not believe, it's like, I have a power, I don't feel power. So my job is to first them to feel the energy within themselves, because the energy flows through the body. Yeah, so we all have these energy channels and we all have the energy. Just the difference is between me and that person is that my channels are more open and their channels are more blocked. That's why they cannot sense it as much as I can. But we still grow that. Yeah, even me, after so many years, I still every day have self-practice to come back the mind to the now, sense the energy, feel it in the body, and relax and go deeper inside. All right, so you asked about the exercise. One of the very, very fun, we really like that exercise for people, some kind of realization what actually energy is and how you feel it in the body. It's a very simple exercise. We can do it now together with fingertips when you just start tapping. So you just tap fingertips. So when you tap, try to relax shoulders and try to relax. So gently, chest is open. Relax your throat. Yeah. So basically what we do is just stimulating the fingertips. Fingertips and just palms are very sensitive. Okay, so you can do as much as you want, but now we will gently stop and you just leave a little bit of space between your palms. What do you feel?
I'm feeling the warmth and the energy liquid falling like this. I'm so relaxed I could sleep.
Oh yeah, so for you it's just like that, yeah, because your channels are open, so for you it is very easy. But often people are not sure, so they feel gentle, like a tingling sensation, a little bit, and for many people it's very like, oh wow, I can feel something when we move, when we breathe. This is the whole body breathing exercise, when we just gently move and we just connect mind with breath and the body through that. And this is how we grow. The mind starts stopping own scenario, own story. Because anxiety and stress comes from the fact that the mind is wandering within the time, or it's in the past, but normally it's in the future. Anxiety normally is related to the future. So I don't know about what is coming and what will happen. And we anticipate something negative. This is why we feel stress and anxiety. So the way of stopping that is just simply going to present moment. And it can be hard for mind itself. Then we join mind and body and breath. We just do all package, all together. And for people who are very tense, very strong, even meditation is very hard because the body aches or just, very uncomfortable. That's why, the whole body movement is very important, to move the body. That's why we say that the spirit lives in the body, yeah? Because when the body moves, we all feel happier after a walk, after a swim, and so on. And it's because the energy starts flowing and the mood changes, and we are just, it's fine, just something, shifting. So this is basically what we do, what I do.
Yeah, so everybody got the power to heal. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes, when we activate this body flow energy generally and always create the positive vision like this, especially when we are stressful, because I have observed it from the problems of my clients that they are very anxious, yes, about the future, but especially there are three subjects about the anxiety. First problem, it is generally money, stability problem, that lots of people are thinking, for example, I will go bankrupt, or I'm afraid about my money, about my work situation. Another, it is like a worries about the relationship, and another, it is about the health. So I have observed when I am stressful, for example, because for example last year it was in September. Really, I was stressful for a couple of months. I have never supposed that I will have even the panic attacks. Something like this. Now I'm laughing, but now it is like a memories. But I remember I'm always, when I'm going to the woods, to the nature, like this, when I'm practicing, because I like walking, riding, I like qigong as well, energy lifting. So this unhealthy, I can say healthy and unhealthy. I can say that this energy is healthy because it's helping us to grow generally. But when we are releasing this kind of energy, which generally blocking us from the going further, like this, we know how to deal with this, and we create the positive vision. And this, I have observed that this positive vision, when we are created in our mind, after is attracting really the things which are happening in our life, like this. But I think when we are sometimes anxious, I think it is something to go through the challenge to give us the growth to our soul, for example, as well. So I think I think I think it is the only way to the manage. Of course, I think that I think that everybody, when we are taking care very properly about ourselves, we don't experience such issue. For example, such strongly. Even if we experience a little bit, we know how to properly manage life.
Yeah, I believe that everyone, we all have attachments to you mentioned these three areas, so the health, money, relationship. It's because we have attachment to these areas, because without that we feel unsafe. So what is my life if I don't have a partner? I feel lonely. But it also comes from because people just don't know who they are. They don't know the true self. They don't know the real them. And if we just go through the mind and mind and mind, so when you mentioned like a qigong, it's all great, and the releasing energy, actually the energy is just, everything is energy. So I was always, that's actually a very good question, when people say about releasing energy, I think, so where does it go? It's here. It just changes it just transforms itself. So it's a different process. But definitely I agree with you that, it all's like, about growing the awareness, self-awareness. So when this kicks on, this anxiety and the stress, so you are aware of that. You know what, Kasia, was very interesting, one of my awakenings after many years of teaching, many years of coaching people. One day I had such a big awakening, which was, I am stressed. I thought, because my mind thought before, it's like, oh, I found yoga, oh, I found this and that, like that, but underneath I created so much tension and pressure to be a teacher and to have a successful business and so on. So, we sometimes are not even aware of what's going on. That's why I said it's a long life process, how much we really find out about ourselves. And that time when it's like, oh, I am stressed, like you knew that you are stressed, but you don't know it at the same time. I don't know if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know, I know. Life is, yes. Uh, I think that always in our life, like energy is flowing, we are flowing with knowing ourselves. But it
Yeah.
is generally it is such wonderful because this job is never endless. We
Mm-hmm.
never ending this job, and one things are coming. We are doing the work on it, and
Mm-hmm.
after things are coming, and I think I'm always finding the life and the working with the energy such positive because it is like adventure. Even when you sometimes are passing through the stressful time and when you are passing by the not really quite pleasant feelings like a grief, like a
Mm-hmm.
sorrow,
Yeah.
like for example broken or something like this. Anyway, it is emotion when you experience in yourself, and I'm feeling very much that on our way of a path, it is the way of getting know this feeling. But for example, from my life when I'm going from this situation, for example, I'm not keeping the feelings inside of myself, even if it is, for example, the sadness, or even it is like when you are sometimes anxious about something. For me, it is a moment, and I'm letting go like this. It's like a river, like this. So. It's not like that I'm feeling this is good, this is not good. I think that all feelings we need to something like
Mm-hmm.
I think it is very nice because life is such positive. Even when we got the crucial moments in our life, it is anyway it is a very positive because we are feeling we are humans we are on the way, and even one day when I will pass away somewhere, for example, I will be on the way as well. So it is such positive, and it is I'm always curious to discover everything like this. So it is it is
Yeah.
it is such nice. For example, today in the morning I woke up and it was such a beautiful sky, and the bird was sitting on the roof. It was such nice here, and
Mm-hmm.
I had such nice talk in the morning with the clients, and after with my cousin, and now with you. So it is such nice. And after I got clients and like this, so the whole day is passing so quick and with such
Mm-hmm.
lovely. So
Mm-hmm.
generally celebrate. I think the life and the energy.
Celebrating. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
Yeah, you are quite unique, I think, in terms of the strength, this inner, like a strength to accept life as it comes. Because plenty of my meditation clients, many of them really struggle with accepting the struggle or the pain or this negativity. So it's like it looks like it's just a comfort. They just want meditation for comfort, but it doesn't work like that. Meditation is not for comfort. Meditation is for realizing the power within you, like you said, for just enjoying life as it is. And you said it's very interesting. I also, grow actually all the time to have that strength for having this collective healing, because when we speak about the energy, so each of us, we have like our own energy field, we have own inner and energy field, but we are the part of the collective energy field. Yeah. And once it's like the best way to notice that is that when you sit next to angry person, you may feel that person's anger. Yeah,
mhm,
exactly. Or sometimes even like when I go through messages, even online, like you can sense, probably you the same. I've got an email from a person and I sense the energy of emotion of that person, in what emotion that email was sent, whether person writes with joy, whether the person writes with tension. You can really sense that. Then I also wonder, shall I respond or not? What is safe? Maybe I should not. It's not the right moment. Anyway, but that's we grow, and I think also many healers. So speaking to those who are already like working like us, many people like that. I think the biggest challenge is that to really be brave and strong enough to just grab all of this, because like, you know, I had a studio in Poland, and now our group in Scotland is quite modest, but at that time I was not ready for the crowd. I had like 100 people in the studio. I had in a room so many people, and I was about to give the energy yoga that is processing myself and all that crowd, and to do that with, you know, with peaceful mind and trust. That's why many times I didn't pass the test. I was too stressed. It was like, oh my God, so many people, like not ready, yeah, for that. So we just all grow. But I think, you know, we all also, you can also measure. This is what I was taught by my teachers, my spiritual teachers, how you measure your spiritual healing strength. It's through the number of clients that the universe gives to you. So this comes to you, it's what you can manage at the moment. So if you have 2 clients, means that you can heal 3 people, because you including, yeah? So when I teach, I also heal myself. It's not like I only give, and I am not, the energy doesn't have a boundaries. Energy is just, you know, it's just flowing, you know, I just cannot build, I could, but that takes too much energy. It's not about that. Anyway, so we just, you know, accept life as it is. This is what we have at the moment. We live in those challenging times, and it's all fantastic, like, you know, growing tool, just finding in the challenges the growth and opportunity to improve, get healthier. So you are definitely unique. You are definitely unique. If you can just.
No, I don't think that I am unique. I am, I'm, for example, passing through my experience, and I'm feeling that I could name it myself like an observer, and observer of a life, and I'm still on my path, and as I'm telling, my hands are always my hands are always open, and I'm very humble to the life is, but I love experiencing different things, and I'm very open. I have observed that generally, when I don't want to achieve anything, for example, when I create the dreams in my heart, it always happens, because I strongly believe in angels, archangels, and with the energy, but without force. It is coming in the right times like this, but I like experiences. For example, to going deeply into the feelings, and to feel how I'm feeling and what is coming. And even when the clients are coming, for example, for reading of a session, I'm not trying to heal. The energy is flowing. So if we are clicking together, and if we like, if somebody likes my energy, it is coming. But I even don't have a force, for example, to I don't know, to accept the spiritual teacher. I got some moment in my life that I was practicing very strongly the Zen meditation. Even I was going to the session. It was not maybe like a closed monastery, but I passed this time. It was 12 years, and I was thinking sometimes maybe even to come back for the kind of sitting in a silence and observing. But I was thinking that at this moment for me it is the waste of the time, because I don't have the time. Generally, we are living, and when you're sitting, you are losing something. For example, and I was discovered that it could be unfair for my family or for my husband. I'm so busy and my family work with my clients, that even when you go, for example, for a walk, you can go into the meditated states, and you can always ask yourself the question, what's going about, what's coming, like this. Reading For example, speaking with another people, it is the growth for yourself as well, live. So it is the same. We got some question. Esha Mehta is asking, can I get a general reading? Yes. Ola and me, we are doing general reading as well. You can go to our website, and you are always welcome as well for the reading. But today we got such wonderful healing coffee and the healing chat with Ola. Next time will be another person. I couldn't say who will be. Like this, I know that sometimes I'm neglecting this website because I got the 5 fan pages and I need to share my energy. So like this, but you're always welcome, and I'm always answering the messages as well. So I think, thank you very much, Ola, for the
Thank you.
the invitation here. Thank you very much. I know that the coffee was not announced, but everybody will be, maybe they will take something positive impact from this healing coffee like this. So see you next time. And announcing of the competition will be coming in the evening. So I will announce who was the winner of the daily competition, and you can observe my fan page. Have a lovely time, folks.
Thank you so much. Take care, Kasia.
Yeah.
Take care.